Welcome back, all you Three Bridge customers and friends, patrons, etc. We are on our third day of the Advent calendar, and for the first time yet, we have something that is not a Helles lager. Right? It is called Kurtfalls or Kurtfalls Brew from the brewery Fulung, Fullung, established in 1752.
So it's a little bit older than yesterday's.
Yep. So this is an older style, 5% ABV. Full disclosure, Keller beers is the style. It's a Keller beer. Keller beers are kind of a grab basket of mistakes, in my opinion. You could have a light Keller beer, you could have an amber Keller beer, you could have a dark Keller beer. What it basically means is it's a lager that comes right from the cellar. So when it comes right from the cellar, it's going to have some yeasty off flavors normally. That could mean that we get some acetaldehyde or some diacetyl or some isoamyl acetate, things that you guys are probably familiar with in other styles of beer, like the banana flavored Hefeweizens. That can range from tasting delicious to being very off-putting. The only rule in a Keller beer is that it can't be overly off-putting. So if you see me and John start making faces, you can expect the numbers to reflect that. Otherwise, we kind of have to accept a lot of things here that we wouldn't normally accept. So.
I am curious because it says certified slow brewing excellence on the can, what that means for this brewery.
Slow brewing? Well, the fact that they are doing cellar brewing means that they're probably still using cellars, which means that they're probably still sitting there and
for 6-ish months at a crack.
Yep, and the reason that takes so long is because of the lack of temperature control. They have to deal with the ambient temperature going up and down. So even though underground is a little bit consistent, it's not that consistent.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's go. Keller beer is making me nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, it didn't just like foam up like the other ones.
Yep, that's because it's probably dead inside. Ooh, already getting some smellies.
It's definitely got a haze to it, unlike the two houses that we already did.
A haze on a Keller beer is going to be acceptable. That's going to be good. Yeah, it's darker too. Oh boy.
This one almost is as dark as an amber, but not quite.
Yep, we got kind of almost a dark gold color, almost bronze.
One might even say straw.
Yeah, I mean you could. I would normally use straw to go even lighter than gold, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
The head died quick on mine.
Yeah, mine is staying strong, but I'm kind of letting it kind of kick down here a sec. But one thing I can say for sure is that there is a lot of yeast in the bottom of this can. So far mine looks a lot cleaner than John's, but it's getting less clean as I pour into it. That means a lot of the flavor that we're going to be feeling in ourselves shortly here is going to be probably in that.
I will say this, I love the can. I love how clean and simplistic it looks. I like it a lot.
All right.
To the nose.
Take a sniffy, yeah. It may go without saying this, but we're going to give it 3 points for appearance because there's simply no criteria for Keller beers. So pretty much everything is accurate. A little funky.
It's not banana, it's not green apple. I think it's going to be the butteriness.
Yeah, diacetyl has that butteriness, and normally it's almost like it's like a fake butter. You know, it's like in fact, I can't believe it's not butter. It's 100% diacetyl. That's what it's made out of. So, you know, when you smell that, kind of like fake butteriness, fake oiliness. Yeah, I guess it's not unpleasant.
It's not unpleasant on the nose at all, but it doesn't smell malty. It doesn't smell hoppy.
No. It actually smells yeasty, which to me is indicative of a Keller beer. So I mean, I don't think it's. Or you'd hope for a larger bouquet on something like this, something that's more fun. I would give it probably an 8 out of 12 personally.
I would agree.
I feel like it's really unimpressive, but it is not define the style per se.
There's not a whole lot of style guidelines for this beer, so.
No, in fact, if you got to read a color beer style guideline, you're gonna be like, is this even a style? It doesn't make a lot of.
Right.
Yep, let's go in. That's terrible.
I don't
That's
hate. Ooh.
a-
The aftertaste is not good.
No, this tastes to me
Like yeast water.
oxidized, yeasty, foot cheese. Foot cheese would be a descriptor I'd give it, maybe a little horse blanket.
I get that slippery mouthfeel from it too.
Yeah, this is not good. This is really harsh.
Honestly, under carbonated.
Yeah, it also tastes stale. There's like that wet cardboard character to it. It tastes like wet cardboard. Like,
Well, it has that note. I wouldn't say it just tastes like.
no, you're right. The foot cheese is still there. You're right. Horse blanket too.
Yeah.
it's a cornucopia. It's a rainbow of terrible flavors. This is rugged.
I mean, I just get so much yeast taste to it. Like, to me, this tastes like if you took bread and you put it in a stein and you just let it sit in there for a week, but it didn't go bad, and it's all absorbed into the water. Like, that's what I get out of this.
Oh,
Just breadiness.
I wish that was all I was getting. It's definitely.
It's yeasty. It's, I would say, buttered bread is the two good notes that
Yeah.
I can get out of it.
How do you make up that last flavor you're getting, the after flavor? What is that? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, for me, I've already given you some nasty ones. I would describe it, but
Stale.
Yeah.
Is how it finishes.
like, yeah, feels like stale. Like, for me, it's like stale cheese or stale bread and stale cheese in one spot. Kind of like I've often described that flavor as wet cardboard in the past, because that's what I get out of it.
But to me, it tastes exactly how it smells, so there's not a whole lot of surprise going here.
Oh yeah.
And I still get that buttery bread, so like I can't fault it too much for being a Keller beer. I just wish it had something else besides being meh.
When the style sucks, you can be very forgiving. So, so what are you thinking? We got some mouthfeel. Mouthfeel, it's slick. It's weird. Do we feel like it's too weird? Like, I mean,
I feel like
is it unpleasant?
the mouthfeel's not bad. I give it a 3 or a 4 on mouthfeel.
I'm gonna recommend we opt for the 3 personally.
Alright, let's go
If you're
for
in
it.
between there. I am definitely enjoying this less than you, I think. This is which is fair, totally fair. This is now the flavor. This is the big zinger always for points, 20 points on flavor. Seeing if it's representative of flavor. Man,
But the hard thing is like for a Keller beer, what do you don't really have a lot of notes to go off of as long
No.
as it's somewhat appealing.
and I would say for me, this is like it's like a C student. I feel like I want to give it like a 15 out of 20 because I feel like it's like not bad, like it passed the class, but like it's not. We're not really impressed by its work. You know what I mean? Because you could really, in a good Keller beer, what you're hoping to see is like something like one of those cellared off flavors, like showcasing or having its moment in the sun, being very like crisp and clean and discernible. This is kind of like, to me, just a mashup of every weird flavor that could be there, to the point where it just tastes like I'm drinking like one weird like yeast mud, which is not like bad. It's just it's almost too complex and too off.
You're gonna call this complex?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, because even now I'm getting different ester profiles in the yeast. Yeah. That like pepperiness and stuff that I didn't get the first time I drank, and so I think it's a good beer is in terms of you're a person interested in like discerning different hop flavors and exploring a Keller beer. But I wouldn't say this is the best Keller beer I've ever had, or that it's impressive. That's my takeaway, I guess.
I think I could land on a 14 out of 15.
14.
Yeah.
We're gonna fail these guys just barely.
It's not failing. It's a D plus.
Yeah, that's true. That's
If you're a
true.
C student, this one wasn't your mark.
That's fair. Overall, how are we feeling? We could probably be a little more forgiving on the overall because I think it's not terrible.
That one I give it a 7.5.
7.5. All right. I'm gonna. Would you be offended by an 8?
Yes.
Okay. Then we're gonna do a 7 because I don't want to get in this half point business. That's the. But
This is another one of those beers that if you handed it to me, I would drink it. I'm not gonna seek it out. It's the best way I can describe it is middle of the pack in terms of the zing. I definitely think that the first Helles Lager was significantly better.
yep, and I think I would think you'd agree with me to say that this is better than the Day 2 Advent Calendar beer.
Yeah, that was a okay Helles at best.
Yep, and this is actually a decent Keller beer. However, it is pretty rocking. I'm kind of missing Day 1 now. I'm really hoping that we can have something that is more exciting and engaging, surely. But well, I don't know. Man, really hope we don't have much more Keller beers. These are tough. They're really tough.
So that puts us at
35 50. So this is number 2 of 3 so far. With two of what I'd say are kind of duds, but I'm hoping that we get. We got 22 more days.
Yeah.
22 more days.
Well, 21 because it goes to 24.
Oh.
You don't get Christmas.
Oh.
No Christmas presents for us.
Sad day. Hopefully only month members get Christmas presents. That's all right. Well, I guess we'll keep that as a wrap for today, and we'll be back tomorrow with yet another Advent calendar.
We'll see you in our Lederhosen tomorrow.
Sounds good. Hopefully, I'll get a clean shirt then.